Hello, this is Thomas, K4SWL. If you're new here, I like to do real-time, real-life amateur radio field activation videos, and I'm almost arriving at Table Rock Fish Hatchery, which is K8012. It's a beautiful day. It's a Sunday morning. I don't expect anybody to be out here. There could be. You can just see Table Rock over the canopy here. I'm going to do a really quick activation. I wasn't sure if I was going to do this one today, being honest. I'm on my way home. I'm a little tired. I had a really long day yesterday, getting up early, doing a few things, helping out my parents with some stuff, then driving to do a summit activation that was a lot of fun, but a fair amount of hiking. And then I even fit in another park activation, got home, back to my parents' place where I was helping them, and actually did a live stream with Josh at Ham Radio Crash Course, which was a lot of fun. But I stayed on doing the after hour discussion group, and just ended up staying up really late, like I think beyond midnight. And then this morning I was up again, and just a little on the tired side today. But I gotta admit, I just gotta get out and do another activation. It's one of those days that it's beautiful, and I have a hankering to get on 17 meters again, so I think we're gonna do that. So here we are at Table Rock Fish Hatchery. And I know, I've been thinking about this. I know, you know what I did this morning? So when I left, I thought, you know, if I end up doing an activation out here, and I really was undecided, I need to have a spot set up, or a scheduled activation, because I really hardly get any cell phone reception out here at all. It's very, very dodgy. And so I decided just to go ahead and do schedule the activation, and I did a big blanket time so that if I decided not to, it's fine. I mean, it's not a big deal. I wasn't going anywhere else today. And if I decided to, there would be a lot of flexibility with when I could come here. And I don't want to spend a really long time out here, but I have decided I'm going to go ahead and make a recording of the entire thing, of this whole activation. And one of the reasons why is last night on Josh's after hours chat, one of the folks on there, and I can't remember his call sign now, I can't remember who said this, was telling me, and I appreciate them saying it, that they really appreciate some of the videos I do and where I actually show the antenna deployment and all that. And they asked if there was a reason why I don't do that each and every time, because they were kind of voting for doing it each and every time. And I kind of jokingly said, you know, my videos are the type of video where every single one of my videos shows sort of how the sausage is made, right? Like I don't hide anything. There's no editing out of any major portions of anything. I kind of press the record button and go with it. But what I do have to do is premeditate a few things. And if I've got a very short activation window, I tend not to film doing the antenna deployment. And the reason I don't do that is it adds like another 3 minutes to set up the camera and all that. It just adds a little extra time. Another reason is if I have a hunch that I may be uploading the video from my home, from my QTH, I have really, really, really poor internet there, like very poor bandwidth. And it can literally take almost 2 days to upload a video from that internet connection. And if I add on another 5 minutes or so of showing, you know, deploying the antenna, it's a significant amount of video to add to that length of time for the upload. So I won't do that. But what I almost always do is any new antenna that I deploy, you'll find that I do actually show the deployment at least once in my videos. So if you go into my playlist on YouTube for the type of antenna that I'm using, if you look through that playlist, there will be videos in there where I've done the deployment. Today I am going to do the deployment, and I think I know which antenna I'm going to use. I think I'm just going to use my little random wire antenna from Packtenna. I think that's what I'll do. And I'll probably just set up over here somewhere. It doesn't have to be up very high, but let's go ahead and get this going. I want to use my TR-45L. I want to go on 17 meters. And one of the reasons I want to do 17 meters is yesterday during my SOTA activation, first of all, there's a contest this weekend. I can't remember when it ends. I think it's still going on for maybe another hour or so. And 40, 20, 15, 10, all of those bands are just clogged full of contesters. And that's fine. I could actually work contestations, but when I do park activation, I like to kind of open it up to park hunters and that sort of thing. So I don't really care to, you know, just wade through all of the contesters. And plus I'm operating QRP, and some of these contesters are really big gun stations, and it's hard as a QRP station to be between two big gun stations and for the person on the other end to hear you. So you can escape to the WARC bands. It's W-A-R-C. Those are the bands that contesters don't go on. And so it's kind of a bit of a refuge on days when, like today when we have contesting. So let's see, I'm going to grab my TR-45L, which is in this bag. I also want to grab my tablet, which I think I stuck in here. Did I stick it in here? I did stick it in here. Good. For logging, that'll make logging a little easier. I also need a throw line. I'll just grab this throw line. I think I have the antenna in here. I'll probably end up taking this SOTA bag with me. There's probably something I don't have in the TR-45L bag, and I'll grab it out of the SOTA bag. Let's go ahead and get this out. And I'll set up. Yeah, I may set up over here actually this time. Yeah, I'll set up right here. And I think I can just put the antenna up through there. I only have my little handheld, you can't tell, but I've only got my little handheld tripod with me right now because yesterday I sort of destroyed my other tripod during the SOTA activation. One of the legs broke on it. I can't really use it anymore, which is fine. It's not a big deal. I can get away with this one, no problem. Let me grab my main backpack here, because if there's a piece missing, it'll be in this. I don't have a dedicated field kit for the TR-45L, other than the little bag that John WA3RNC sent me. This is a prototype one that I tested, and we did updates on and things. Let's see, I'll just stick this up here. Here we go. Okay. Oh, I see one of the pups coming out here. I wonder where the beagle is today. Hey there! These dogs are so sweet. I was wondering if they come around today. Hello! Hey, buddy. I love dogs. Hey, oh, you're gonna go by. He's a sweetie. He doesn't know what to do whenever his friend isn't out here. His little beagle friend. He's really funny that way. I notice when the beagle's here, he's all in your face, wanting to get petted constantly and everything. He's a little shyer when his friend isn't with him. And I don't know where he is right now. Hello. Hello. He's a little shy. Okay, I'm going to start setting up the antenna. I'll try to aim the camera here so you can see stuff. Let's see. Ooh, I need to get my glasses out so I can see what I'm doing as well. There we go. Yeah, let's see. You may be able to see this. Hopefully you can. I'll point this back this way. Hello. Hello. Yeah. Where's your friend? Where's your friend? Hmm? Where's your little friend? Is he gonna come out later on today? Okay. Let's go ahead and set this up. I hope you can see this. I have less options for doing this, lacking my other tripod position. So all I'll do is pull this out. This is my 2mm line. And you know what? I'm going to move it back here. This should make it a little easier to see. There's another picnic table here. I can show you the long-range view here. I don't have to do too much. I just need to get it into one of those branches. It's not a super long antenna. Wasn't exactly what I wanted, but you know what? It's going to work just fine. This will work just fine for today. I think for 17 meters. Oh, I don't know. Let's redo that. I want to add a little more. I do want it to be a little higher, I think. Just for kicks. It's totally not necessary. I think I just want to do it though. I may be off camera here in a second to get my line through. Okay, I like that a little bit better. I just got this branch right here. That'll work fine. I try to be really careful. You notice I don't deploy any of the radio stuff. I leave it in its packs and everything. That way, if this were to come down and hit the pack, it wouldn't do anything to this pack. I've never had that happen. In all the deployments I've done, I've never had an issue with that. Okay, so let's string up this antenna. This is the Packtenna in-fed random wire. So here's how I do this. First of all, one side of this is a counterpoise, and that's this side right here. So I'm going to pull out all the counterpoise. This is probably 17 feet, I think. Okay, and this is the, actually, I did that backwards. This is the counterpoise, I think. Let me look at this again. No, yeah, this is the radiator. That's the counterpoise. So that's fine. I've already got the radiator out. I'll hook this up. Actually, what I'll do is just run this through, do a quick little knot here to hold it, and then pull it through. Let's see, hopefully you can see this. Need to get this tangle out that I made. There we go. There we go. Okay, so I got the radiator out. Now I'll just kind of pull out the counterpoise. You don't have to have a counterpoise with this, but I like having a counterpoise when I can, and I've got one attached to it, so why not use it? But I've had plenty of luck not using a counterpoise with my in-fed random wires. I think I'll put this stretched out this way. Now it's a matter of just hooking up my feed line, which is some RG316. It's gonna be proper slow TV today. Here we go. Hook it up to the antenna. There we go. Now I'll probably have to tie this off a little bit, pull it up to where I want it. Like about right there. In fact, I may pull it out this way just a little. There we go. Just make sure I don't tangle myself up here. Here we go. The antenna wants to come back this way. I'm going to throw the a stick on the counterpoise to hold the counterpoise out. I want the antenna just a little further away so that the line isn't coiled up. So all I'll do is probably throw a stick on the end of this just to pull it out a little further. Hello. Hey there, buddy. Hey there, buddy. Hey there. You're coming back for more, aren't you? Yep. Yep. You gonna log for me today? Why don't you log for me today? You consider doing that? Yeah. Come on, you can log for me. Okay, let's pull the TR-45L out. And what I need to do now is make sure that I've got this on the right setting. So I need to grab my glasses again so my old man eyes can see this. Okay. Coax antenna tuner in. That's what I need. So I will have to tune this with the antenna tuner. And now, start to set up. Oh, whoops, sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. Okay, let's set this up now. Which key shall I use? Well, I think I'll use my big ollie key. I'm just showing off now. Okay. There we go. Let's get you set up. I'll have to tune this. And I need to set up my logs here on my tablet. Go ahead and do that. I find it's way easier for me to log on this tablet than to log on my phone. You're gonna wait, aren't you? You've been digging, I can tell, because you got dirt on your nose. That's how I know when Hazel digs. Okay, let's pull up in 3FJP. And this I can delete. Let's double check my logs and make sure that I've got my logs out of here. Yeah, I do. So I can definitely just delete this. So I'm going to hit delete. Yes. Bless you. I've been saying he, but this dog's a she. Okay, here we go. So all I gotta do is put in here the band. That should be 17 meters, CW, and then my part K8012. And I'm good to go. Now I'm also gonna pull out my paper logbook. And also pull out my battery so I can hook up the camera to it. My camera saw a lot of action yesterday and my battery is about having to use an external battery to really kind of keep it going here so it doesn't die on me. There we go. You hear a little noise. Again, you're seeing everything. So I don't hide anything in my videos, of course. They're just the way they are. But I do occasionally have to do some light editing. And that's usually just between sections. I turn the camera off and turn it back on when I do want to not spend too much time doing, you know, doing like extras like I'm doing today, like with the antenna deployment and stuff. Okay, let's get the... Yeah, 17 meters was really quiet yesterday. I actually kind of enjoy doing a quieter activation. I'm hoping this one is today too. I want to work my 10 and all that, but I don't want to struggle, but I'd be okay if there was no pileup. And I don't think there are going to be pileups on 17. I don't think 17 is as healthy right now as some of the other bands. So we'll find out. Okay, so Table Rock. Okay, 80, 12. People ask if I run any statistics or anything like that on my logs. I haven't done that. I've never really done that before. But I do like keeping paper logs. I like writing down the contacts and scratching them down. I've done activations where I haven't used a paper log, but usually that was out of the kind of being forced to do it. I remember when I was activating Cape Hatteras Lighthouse, I didn't have my paper logs with me and ended up doing the whole thing on my phone, which was fine. It worked fine and was pretty effective, but I still just like having paper along with my electric copy, so electronic copy. So here we go. Let's move up. We're on 20 meters right now. Let's move up to 17. Okay, and let's turn the power down. And let's find a clear spot. Now I've got this set in the... I've got it set in the key position here instead of paddle because I just want to get a straight key tone. So I've got the power turned down a little bit to test the SWR, and what I'll do is adjust the L and C on the back here. There's two knobs on the back of the radio you probably saw earlier, and I'm going to be adjusting these with my hand here as we go through. So first of all, you adjust them for maximum noise. I think that's close to maximum noise there. What is plugged in? What am I doing wrong here? Out of band. What am I doing? Oh my goodness, I'm glad I caught that. I wasn't paying attention to the frequency, I was just moving down. That's why we have those protections. I am hearing signals out here, so that's a good sign. People are seeking refuge. I'm going to have to use a narrower filter, and that's mainly so that I can tell where I can find a clear spot. I usually try to go to the 0.5s. We'll see if there's anybody here. 18080.5. Whew. Got that up a little loud. There we go. Let's move this into the paddle position. And I'll open up the filter again here. We may have to narrow it again here in a second, but I got a really nice one-to-one match there. I love that. Okay, what is the time? The time is 1600 UTC. So I'm going to use the CW message memory. See, she's actually chilling out now. Probably waiting for her eagle friend to come along. I don't expect this to be busy today. I'll take a photo or two while I'm thinking about it. Okay, I'm also going to send a text if I can get it through. I just barely have service. Send it to my buddies Mike and Eric, because I think Eric may be out at a park right now. I think I got that right. I'm good. Typically, K9IS is much stronger than this, so the band is a little rougher today. Yeah, you're getting a little tiny bit of a buzz, and I need to just tighten down this grill on the speaker. That's what's causing that. I keep meaning to do that, and I never think about doing it when I'm at home. The other station you're hearing off the side is only because I've got the bandwidth set pretty wide and people are pretty close in. I may narrow it here in a second. But I actually kind of like having it a little, the bandwidth a little wide just to hear what's around me, and it makes it a little easier if someone's slightly off frequency to hear them. This is much more relaxed. You heard the dogs. A little bit of a row there. The beagle just came back. And she startled the lab here. Oh, they're playing. Okay. Nice. Okay, let's see if I'm in the A0 FM. These stops are going crazy. Crazy! It's a little distracting. Just like, they're being rascals. Yeah, I think it's... North Dakota. Got 8 so far. Really nice. North Dakota, thank you for that, KA0LDG. Yeah, North Dakota actually is not a state I work very often. I'm getting some nice reports out into the Midwest. So I just need one more for a valid activation. We'll go a little bit longer. This is exactly what the doctor ordered today. No big pileups, no nothing like that, just some really interesting contacts. I gotcha. Nice call sign. Man, this has been a lot of fun so far. Literally, this is what I wanted today. Casual, nice contacts. France, Utah, North Dakota. The signals aren't exactly just like super loud either, which tells me the band's, kind of rough, and I'm hearing a little up and down. But it's alive and it's working, and I'm very happy about that. Make sure I'm taking more photos. I can't forget that. I'll do this a few more minutes and I need to run on. Okay. WI1G. What did I do? There, I had to use my filters. Good, got you. No problem. No problem. Boy, I can barely hear that. This isn't for me. Oh no, there goes my antenna. It's stuck on the dog's tail. Hang on. Gotta fix this quick. Come here. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I actually think that that contact's not... Oh my goodness, that is some really weak signal work with dogs barking. Okay. You know what? I actually need to bolt now. I think I'm going to do that. Let me just send QRT. Oh wait, I can't leave Bob behind. Did this again. Okay, I need to transfer this over EA1 FIC. And then on this end, I had WC1N. What I did was I accidentally transferred, this page blew over and I put it on Pilot Mountain from yesterday, and that wasn't Pilot Mountain. That was just my mistake there. Okay, so 16, 32, 33, maybe 16, 35. I think he said Massachusetts, is that right? Let me get him in the logs real quick. W1, WC1N. Bob, man, he is a machine. He is a POTA machine and a soda machine. Okay. VE3 TEF. Okay, I'm getting one more in here. I'm turning the volume all the way down here because I don't want to hear anyone else. I really do need to move now. I want to do some stuff with my family this afternoon, and that means I need to head on. This needed to be a pretty short activation at the end of the day. I'm taking a few photos here. You can see me, I just do this when I always do this stuff so that in the post on QRP, which you should always look for, always put my photos in there with the posts and links and everything else, and usually a little background. So always check QRP. I actually put quite a lot of time into those posts, so that's like my favorite thing to do. Let's go ahead and pack this stuff up and head out of here. Let me go ahead and make sure that I'm saving this file though. Okay. I hope I got everything correctly input in here. I think I did. That station in Spain, it was hard. I'm almost positive they were sending me a part number. I'll find out later when I go back and listen to this video over and over again. Maybe I'll be able to figure that out. So what I'll do is put in my logs, and that would be K4SWL at K-8012-202302. What is today? Today is the 19th. That's right, 19. Save. Continue. Okay, file is written. We're good to go. I've never had an issue with N3FJP not saving my stuff. It's always done a great job of that because it saves it as it goes along. So if you lost power while you were doing your activation or whatever, it's going to be fine. It's going to make it just fine. Let's get the Bengali Traveler up. It has these little pads on the bottom. This is like a really rough concrete surface, but those little pads protect it. I believe in using my field equipment in the field, so things do get roughed up sometimes, but I just kind of feel like that's just a part of the game of being field gear. I really appreciate you guys coming along with me today for this little POTA radiotherapy session. Whoops. Okay. I hope that didn't hurt you. Here we go. Let's grab this. And now I don't do a figure 8 on my RG316. I used to do that, and I realized it's probably putting it in more stress than it needs to be. I think RG316 is pretty darn resilient to memory and bending and everything. Eventually you wear out everything, right? But I think this stuff's pretty darn resilient. Okay, let's see. Put this back up in my bag. Put this up in my bag, and we just need to get the antenna now. And the feed line. Or the throw line. So let me undo this little thing I did here. I'll bring you along with me. Here's what I did. I just kind of tied this off to hold it in position, because there's a little bit of weight on there, and it would eventually, like if I let go of it, that drags down just a little bit, especially when I have the feed line on it. And now what I'll do is simply I bring the radiator in first and just reel this thing in, hopefully not dragging a stick on top of me. There we go. These Packtennas are really durable antennas. I put this one, I've probably deployed this antenna 50 times over the years. Yanked it out of trees and all kinds of stuff like that. Here we go. And I just undo that knot, and that's gone. And now I grab, oh, that's what I did. Yeah. Now I grab the counterpoise, do the same thing. The counterpoise could get a little hung up here because it has some sticks. The dog, oh yeah, I tied it off to a stick. Let me pull this off. The brown dog, when she came through, you didn't see this, but her tail caught on, she came right underneath the picnic table, and her tail caught on the counterpoise and started pulling it. And that's the reason I grabbed the radio. Now, I didn't have this set up in any way that it could have possibly hurt this antenna or anything in that process. Definitely not hurt the dog. She'd have been fine. But did I stick it in here? Yes, I did. So I keep a little. These things are super handy. These are just, you can buy these anywhere. I buy these at my local hardware store. Little Velcro straps. I use them for everything. And I just find, I don't care how they go on there really, I just want them to hold the antenna together nicely. And that works really well. Yeah, wouldn't have hurt her. But she was dragging that thing, and I thought, oh man, this is not going to be good. Now I can tell you, by the way, this 2mm feed throw line is worse about picking up sticks and stuff. That's the one negative about it. So I can pull this out here. I'll get the sticks out, and then I'll pull the line through. But I don't mind that much, because I find it just so handy and helpful to use this stuff that I don't mind if I have to dig a few sticks out. So what I'll do is just put the feed line like this, or the throw line. I keep wanting to call it feed line. And then start reeling this guy in, pick up the sticks as they come along. Anything that's in here is not really a knot, but it does get some tangles in it, and you can usually just pull those out pretty easily, like that. Did I mention if you're not using a throw line, you should? If you live in an area with trees. Now, if you live on the West Coast, or you live in the desert, you may not have good trees to throw a line into. In that case, you really need to bring your own support. But, yeah. We're going to stuff this in the bag like that. We're done there. Let's see. I'll just put the bag on. My mom pointed out recently, and this is not as recently by the time this is published, but I've passed 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. The truth is, I don't ever look at my statistics. I never pull up the page for that. I just kind of use YouTube as like a repository for my my field videos, and that's pretty much it, really. So I don't really check it, but my mom pointed it out. It was really sweet of her. She's one of my biggest fans. And also Andromeda the cat. She's still sticking around and watching my videos. I appreciate that she gives me her attention, because to get the attention of a cat and keep it, it's pretty impressive on TV. Okay, here we go. Zip this up. We're about done here. I'll stick this in here too. There we go. Pulled out a lot of my packs and things yesterday for the ham radio crash course thing, because it was all about packs and bags. So I brought a bunch with me and kind of got everything all out of order. So I had to empty some of my stuff to be able to show it on the show. Always look around real quick. Only got this. Let me close this up. People have asked me about this bag too for the TR-45L. Let me get this clasped. There we go, sorry. And this is a discontinued bag. John, when he sent this to me originally, he just put it in here because he had one. His other company, Fox Pro, they make, I think, digital wildlife calls. And he happened to have one of those, and it fits the TR-45L really nicely. So he sent it with me, but unfortunately, he doesn't have these anymore. They were discontinued a while back. I want to go to a camera store or something and find a model that's just like this, because this is just a camera bag, basically. And I think that you could find one that fits it really nicely. It really does fit the TR-45L like a glove. Let's go ahead and put these things up in the car. Come back and check the site for any trash or anything I may have fallen on the ground. Always make that a part of your routine when you do a field activation. You check these things. Okay, let's see here. I can probably just leave this here, actually. Here we go. You know what I'll do is set it down this way. It doesn't flop around in the car. And then let's go check one more time. Let's look all around for trash. I didn't see any. This site stays really clean, actually. Ooh, I do see some trash. We'll take this with us. This can be recycled. I don't see anything else here, though. I don't see anything that I dropped on the ground. Usually by the time I pick up my stuff, I know my gear well enough that I just don't leave anything behind, but yeah, good. Cool. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you stuck it out through this whole video, give yourself a pat on the back. This was a long video for sure, but this is the way things happen. This is the way my activations happen. My activations are short. It's just how I fit them into my schedule. So they never take very long, and they're pretty simple. That's just the way they are. A lot of you get to go out and play radio for much longer in the field, and I'm envious of that. I think it would be absolutely amazing to have at least one day a week where I could maybe even just go out for like 3 or 4 hours and activate. But really the only time I get a chance to do that is when I'm camping at a park, and I can play radio for a lot longer. Okay, I tell you what, thank you so much for joining me today. Here's just like a look back at the site and what the whole site looks like. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you get a chance to go out and play a little radio in the field, or better yet, mentor someone. Be an Elmer. The world of ham radio is really complicated when you're new to it, and being able to help others get started is just a really wonderful thing to do. So if you know of anybody who's getting started, even if you're just helping them online, help them out online. If they live near you or they're in your club and they ask for help or need to raise an antenna or something, you're going to make a friend and help someone out in the meantime. So that's the way we have to do it here in the ham radio community. We support each other and be good ambassadors for the hobby. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me again. Hope you have a wonderful week ahead. And until next time, 7 threes.